Hello to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. My name is John Anelli, and I'm live with a port wine for you guys this evening. And what I am looking at is the Fonseca Porto Bin number 27, Finest Reserve. This is actually a product of Portugal. It is imported by Core Brand Corporation in New York, which is the sole U.S. importer. Now, this port wine seems to be pretty popular. It's usually available at Publix and Kroger, which are big stores in my area. So it is available in my area pretty readily. So go ahead and give it a pour and see what we've got. Now, I've had several port wines, including Taylor Port, their Tawny Port. I've had the Taylor Flatgate, and a few other ones as well. This one is 20% alcohol, so a little bit higher. All the Taylor port wines and sherries, typically, actually all of the ones that I've had are right at 18% alcohol. So this one is a little bit higher. Cheers back to you, Tyler. Thanks for tuning in live. Hopefully this video will turn out okay and I won't have to delete it. So gave it a nice pour. Looks really nice in the glass. Very dark purple. I mean, it almost looks like blackberry juice or something in a glass. It's really a dark color. As I swirl it around here, you do get some alcohol legs with this, which is, I guess, to be expected at a 20% alcohol product. Oh, this smells really, really good. And, you know, this is a little bit more premium as far as the price point anyway than the Taylor line of port wines. Although it's still very reasonable. It was less than $20 for a bottle. It's a 750 ml bottle. So I think for what you're getting here, I think the value is very, very good. It smells really nice. It's definitely fruity. Actually, one of the first things that I pick up on, I said it looked like blackberry juice earlier. I'm actually picking up blackberry on this. Maybe some plum. It has a really nice nutty thing going on as well, which a lot of port wines, they have nutty qualities to them, which are really, really enjoyable. It smells really good. Bin number 27 is bottled in Oporto and is ready to drink now. Unless it is kept for some time, it should not require decanting. Okay. So smells really good. I'm going to go ahead and get into this one, guys. Cheers. Really sweet, nice and fruity. A little bit of nuttiness in the middle, but I mean, not like with some of the Taylor ports that I've had. This is more on the fruity side. Some dark fruits in here, blackberries, the plum. Oh my goodness, this is such a great sipper, guys. A great dessert wine for sure. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the process is for this one, but if you don't know, port wine is a product that a lot of times is fortified with brandy to increase the alcohol content. And brandy is a very sweet spirit. It's got a lot of really nice, you know, caramel notes to it, and just really sweet, pleasant notes on the aroma and the palate. This one has that as well. I think this probably is fortified with brandy, or at least in brandy barrels. It's probably aged to some extent to encompass some of the qualities from brandy. This is just such a delightful product. A great dessert wine for sure. I had a nice dinner tonight. This is, my before bed sipper here, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. I think it is better than the Taylor port wines that I've had so far. It is a little bit more pricey as well. So if you want something a little bit, of a step up from the Taylor ports, maybe give this one a try. It's pretty widely available from my understanding. I've seen it at 3 or 4 different grocery stores, and it's a little bit higher alcohol as well, 20%, which is not too much of a difference from the Taylor port wine line, which is 18%, but a little bit higher. It finishes really smooth. You don't really pick up any of the alcohol, which is, I guess it could be dangerous if you drink too much. One of the biggest things that I'm picking up with this that I didn't pick up with the Taylor port or tawny port is blackberry. And it is really, really pleasant. I love blackberries, so I definitely think that this is a little bit better because it does have that blackberry note to it, which is really, really enjoyable. It does, however, not have some of the nutty qualities that the Taylor port and tawny port had. It does have some in the finish and, middle of the sip to the finish with the nuttiness, but it's very muted compared to the Taylor ports. And that blackberry fruitiness, maybe some plum as well, is just really kind of shining through with this one in the sip. It finishes pretty dry. There's nothing offensive about this. It's super, super sweet and enjoyable. And I mean, it's just so good. I don't really have, I don't know. I don't know if I should give it a numerical rating, but for a port wine or just for enjoyability reasons alone, I'm going to give this an A. I think it is excellent. I have had it for a week or two, and actually it seems to be getting a little bit better, after I open the bottle. Maybe a little bit of oxygen has gotten in there and actually improved the quality of this port. But even when I drank it for the first time, right after I cracked open the bottle, it was very enjoyable. So yeah, definitely recommend this to anybody out there who likes port. If you like wine and you've never had a port wine, this would be a great one to try. I mean, it is higher alcohol, but it is very sweet and pleasant. If you don't like really sweet wines, you might not like this, though, because this is on the sweeter side. The finish is dry, though, and it drops off nicely at the end. But at 20%, it is a dessert wine. It's not something you want to drink too much of. It's definitely not a table wine. It's not what a lot of people are used to when they think of wine. And honestly, I didn't even know what port wine was up until a few months ago. So this is all new to me, which is one of the reasons I wanted to go live with it. Just drink a little bit, talk about it on air, and don't really think too much about it. Which is definitely what I'm doing with this one. It's just a great product. I think it's very well made, and the availability seems to be pretty good. So definitely go out there and try it. If you can find it, pick it up. Let me know what you guys think. If you've never had port before, but you like sweet red wines, try port wine. I think you'll really, really like what port wine brings to the table in the wine world. Just be careful with it. It is 20% alcohol, and it's so pleasant and smooth that I guess it could kind of sneak up on you if you're not careful, because the drinkability with this is definitely pretty high. So that'll do it for this live review. Thanks, Tyler, for tuning in live. I appreciate it. And until next time, guys, cheers.